Hi guys, my name is Hayley Quinn and I'm a sex, dating and relationships expert with onlinedating.org, and today what I'm going to be talking to you about is jealousy. I'm going to give you 5 tips and pointers on how to deal with it and whether your feelings of jealousy are accurate and correct. Okay, my point 1 would be about your own personal barriers and boundaries. So how do you know whether your feelings of jealousy are justified? Now, I would say that you know when a personal boundary or barrier has been crossed is when you get that knee-jerk, that unpleasant feeling straight away, where you feel like something uncomfortable has happened and something that transgresses your moral boundaries has occurred. But while you're feeling that, it's very easy to respond and act instinctually in the moment. Instead, take a moment to pause, because a lot of the time we get these feelings and our boundaries have been created due to our past experiences, and it may not be justifiable to act straight away. So my second pointer would be to always think before you act. It's very easy to burn someone's clothing or smash something against the wall. It's actually much better to give yourself a day to think about it, sleep it through the night before, and then you'll usually find that you settle on a much more well-balanced opinion than you would have had initially. If the person you speak to suggests that maybe you're overreacting a little bit, try and take their opinion on board and maybe have a piece of self-reflection and think about whether your feelings of jealousy could be in turn caused by your own insecurities. For instance, myself personally, I often kind of remember when I was an unattractive girl and a bit of a social outcast at school, and I was always teased by the boys, and therefore sometimes I get spontaneous feelings of jealousy towards my partner, and it's not necessarily entirely rational, but it's a consequence of my past experiences. So always try and have that self-awareness where you're able to look at your instinctual feelings in light of all of your past sort of experiences which might have affected them. When you've taken all these factors into consideration, is to think about whether your feelings of jealousy are justifiable and whether in fact it might be better to give your partner just that little bit more freedom. Sometimes things like talking to somebody else at a bar or a bit of text or email flirtation, they might be deal breakers to some people, but some people might argue that actually they keep the relationship alive by giving your partner freedom and not making them feel too tied down and overly committed, because often that's just what will push them away. Anyway, my name's Hayley Quinn and this has been my 5 tips on jealousy for onlinedating.org.